to say about how soothing knitting was, but I mean that's well, your wife will testify to that. You know, the rhythm of it is what you know. That's why it's a really calming thing.
So hello and welcome to another session of One in the Spirit. This is a program in which I introduce you to some of the more interesting people and organizations that are here at Orleans United Church. And tonight I've got a real special treat here. I'm going to be talking with Alison Sales. Hi Alison, welcome, and
Hi.
Glad to have you here. Now there's a lot of things we could talk about you and what you do here at this church, and maybe we'll get a chance to do it some other time.
Okay.
But tonight I'd like to talk to you about this this wonderful group called
A Joyful Yarn.
Yeah. Joyful Yarn. Right?
Yeah, Joyful Yarn. That's what we call ourselves. Yes.
Yes. So where do you come with a name like that now?
Well, I'm going to tell you that at the very beginning we didn't have a name at the very beginning, the first couple of months, and but we knew what we wanted to do, which was to make blankets. So there was a couple of months there where we just called ourselves the Blanket Making Group, and you know, I said, oh, you know, it sounds too blah. So we sort of you know, brainstormed a bit and came up with some of the names that were chosen for us were a bit cheeky, like nitwits and things of that nature. But anyway, we put those on one side and we settled on A Joyful Yarn because we realized, you know, how much fun we were having meeting and starting to produce items. So it was fun.
So when did Joyful Yarn start, or whatever its predecessor was?
Well, no, there wasn't any predecessor. You know, we did, as far as I know, not in the time I've been at Orleans United Church. We started this September 2012.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to look back and figure that out, but yeah, it was September 2012.
Wow, so you've been doing this work for quite a while then.
Yeah, I guess it'll be 5 years in this September. Yeah, which is wonderful. Yeah.
What kind of things do you do?
Well, mostly what we do is we crochet or knit blankets, and that was our original sort of mission, if you like, and that's what we still do. Now, there's certain times of year, like when it's coming up to the time of the bazaar, we all sort of put our skills to work to help with making items for the bazaar, and you know, that's just fun for everybody. We all get excited about that, and but mostly through the year we're making blankets. And right from the get-go, and we still are passing them on to a local organization called Helping with Furniture.
Right, okay.
Yes, and Orleans United has been supporting Helping with Furniture for a number of years. They certainly were before we started doing the knitting, but they're an Ottawa-based organization that help when people sort of have to set up households in a hurry or in emergency situations. They help with supplying furniture, gently used furniture, and other household effects, and of course bedding comes into that. So this is where we're providing some hand-knitted blankets. Yeah.
I see you brought some samples along with you.
Yes, we didn't sort of have too much prepared, but this one on the backdrop here is one that one of our knitters made, who's so good with color. Again, she's used the yarns that were all donated, and she's made a sort of a, you know, small, it can be like a lap blanket for an adult, or that's a cot size for a child. It's actually going to be finished off with a crocheted edging. So yeah, that's what that is.
And I see you brought some squares with you as well.
Yes, we've got literally stacks of squares, which are all colors, and some are knitted, some are crocheted. That's a crocheted one. And what it was, somebody very kindly gave us a big bag of yarn that was all chunky yarn, so a chunky thickness, but all different colors. So we sort of said, hey, why don't we split this up? And we'll all do squares, and we're aiming to get 80 squares, then we'll sew them all together, and that will be a double bed size. And again, you know, it'll end up at Helping with Furniture.
And this is a very old art, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. It is, yeah.
And it's both crocheting and the knitting have been around for a very long time.
Oh, absolutely. And it's international too,
Oh,
you know,
yes.
and I don't know, I guess that's part of the reason it's, you know, we enjoy it so much. And if I've ever, I found if I'm sort of knitting in a public place, like a waiting room or waiting for someone, I find that if I'm knitting or crocheting, it really is a bridge between people.
Oh, yes.
Because people will come up to you and say, oh, you know, my mom used to do that, I used to do that, or what are you making? And it's a wonderful way to, you know, to communicate with other people. Yeah.
And I think when people see that, I guess they wonder if they themselves can do it.
Yep.
So do the people that come to your group, do they have to necessarily be accomplished knitters or crocheters?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. When Joyful's Yarns started, I would never have said I was a knitter. I was a crocheter, you see. I love to do the crocheting, and now I've moved on to knitting. But absolutely, we've had people come to the group who don't know how to knit. We were able to give them some needles, some yarn, get them started, and away they go. Yeah.
So anyone can join?
Absolutely anybody, yes.
Great.
And you know, we certainly, we have a couple of people that come to the group who aren't, you know, members of Orleans United Church, but absolutely we're very happy to have anybody come, even though it's, you know, it started with Orleans United.
So obviously we could encourage people, whether they're gifted at the art,
Yes.
or they would like to learn how to do it, they could come to your group.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
absolutely.
really
It'd be lovely to
fantastic.
have, you know, some more people.
Yeah, that's really wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how many blankets do you make in a year? Do you know?
Oh my, that's a good question, Dave. I want to say maybe about 40 a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe it's a wee bit more, but let's say roughly 40. Yeah.
Keeps you quite busy, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We do a lot of, some of them are smaller lap gowns, baby blankets, which we were told right at the beginning are particularly treasured. You know, sometimes it could be an immigrant family, even a refugee family, who, you know, they have a young baby or one just about to arrive. And so a handmade baby blanket is something that's really treasured, yeah.
What a wonderful gift.
Mm-hmm.
What a wonderful gift you bring to us in this church. And it's really been fun spending a few minutes with you to have a look at this. And so thanks very much for being with us. And I really hope that those of you who are watching this will take it up and give Alison a ring and see if you could become part of this. And I'm going to be giving Alison's email address at the end of in the credits, and so please feel free to give Alison send her a message, and I'm sure she'd be very pleased to have you come out again. Thanks so much for being with us, and thank you for being with us. I'm David Clemis, and we'll see you again next time on One in the Spirit.